You're listening to the Equine Forum on HRRN, presented by Twin Spires.
As Parnelli turns for home, Mr. Jennings right alongside. Unitarian third with 1 furlong to go. Parnelli still got something left after that soft opening quarter mile. On the outside, Unitarian trying to mow him down. Johnny Velazquez looking for a record run here with Unitarian. Parnelli trying to hang in there. Unitarian keeps on coming. It's going to be very close, and it's going to be Johnny Velazquez. 150 years of Saratoga history, and with Unitarian, he becomes the winningest jockey at Saratoga.
Well, that's the way it sounded from Tom Durkin at historic Saratoga 11 years ago today, as Hall of Fame jockey John Velazquez added yet another milestone to one of the greatest riding careers the sport has ever seen. That victory made Johnny V the all-time wins leader at Saratoga, supplanting fellow Hall of Famer Jerry Bailey for that title. It was a special moment, a special day, and Tom Durkin nailed it in his race call as he did so many times. Johnny is with me now. Johnny, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. It was so nice to hear that, though. You know, having Tom Durkin calling like that, it's exciting, though. You know, it's nice to hear that back. From 11 years ago, whatever it was.
I can't believe it's been 11 years, man.
Yeah, been a long time, actually. And a blessed one, too, that I'm still here.
Yeah, well, thank goodness for that. Take me back to that day 11 years ago. What do you remember about the day itself leading up to the race and then the moment when it all came together?
Yeah, but you know me, that I never really keep with stats and numbers, though, you know, so I would just people keep reminding me that, you know, you're going to break or tight, whatever it was. Like, you know, whenever it happens, it happens. I never push anything. I try to concentrate and really in the job that I need to do, and hopefully I do a really good job and to win races. That's my concentration. But now that I'm 11 years ago, now I kind of hear that call back and, you know, just bring great memories, obviously, you know, so it feels great. You know, now I can look back and it's like, man, that was a while ago and we got it done. And, you know, to be here in Saratoga, a special place to be. And really, it's really special, definitely. We can explain the feelings and emotions you get, you know, through when you go through those milestones, if you will, you know.
When you came to the United States from Puerto Rico, Johnny, I know that you're not thinking about becoming the all-time wins leader at Saratoga. You're just trying to keep your head down and work hard. What's been the key to all your success over the years?
You know, I think it's learning, though. I mean, I always wanted to learn and to do better at all time, though. You know, I think I was, you know, I didn't grow up in the racetrack, and I didn't know anything about it, you know, the horse racing industry. So learning and everything I can to do the best job I can possibly do. And then every day I treat it the same way, though. You know, it's like if you get an opportunity, try to do your best job, prepare yourself the best you can, and the rest will follow. You know, and I think that's been my way of thinking, you know, that, you know, stay humble and stay where you are and just do your best when you can, you know, do the best of your ability, you know, learn and try to do what's best for that person that you're riding for and the team that you're riding for, you know, and then the rest will follow. And I think that it's instead of concentrating on winning all these races or all these stakes or whatever it may be, though I concentrate on the job that I'm supposed to be doing, no matter what, it's been the Clayman race or an Allen's race or whatever I am, you know, could be any racetrack. So, you know, I concentrate on myself that, okay, prepare yourself to what you need to do and really do your best you can. And I think it has worked for me.
You know, I was thinking about this as I was preparing to have this conversation with you, and your mentor, Angel Cordero Jr., was at one point the all-time wins leader at Saratoga. Then Jerry Bailey came along, and then here's John Velazquez blowing by everybody. But to have somebody like Angel in your corner when you came to the U.S., what did that mean to you? How important was that?
Obviously, without him, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have the career that I have so far. The learning aspects of the racetrack and strategy, you know, riding races and me being with him around and obviously watching, you know, everybody else that we compete with, you know, But it would have taken me a long time, you know, having him right up from the get-go and living with him and learning the ins and outs of riding and meeting people and how to approach trainers and owners. So, you know, that was things that I didn't have in me. I had to learn that as well. So definitely it was incredible, you know, just to be around him, see him, how he worked and how he talked to people, how he approached the races and all of that. It came by, you know, having him on my side the whole time. And then even that we rode together for the first 2 years. I was here, and then he retired. He went on to train. I started riding for him as well, and his wife, obviously. And we always stayed together. You know, he always helped me out, you know, to where to go and even moving from agent to agent. He did all the fire and hiring all the way through 90-something, you know. So he was handling even my agents back then, you know, so. Until he became my agent, started working for me. But yeah, I mean, it's very important to have it and learn all the stuff with him. I wouldn't have the career that I have. And I have to say, he pushed me all the time to do better and to ride more. I was more the one concentrating to, you know, try to ride the best horses you can and not to ride so many horses. Say, no, you got to ride and you got to ride for everybody and put yourself to, you know, to better goals and to do better. You need to be living right here. You need to be living right over there. But you got to pull yourself, you know. My motto was like, I just want to ride races and ride good. I want to win races, though, you know. I don't want to be concentrating on how many we win in here. I mean, and he no, you got to ride more and you got to go for it, though, you know. So definitely one of those things that he pushed me to do more than what I wanted to, though, basically, on a sense that Lynn Rider type of thing, though, you know, and numbers. He kept everything. I never kept any numbers. I never kept anything else. I just wanted to do a good job.
Was he big on goal setting and giving you direction in that respect, or no?
Oh, Angel was everything in goal setting, though, you know, even to break the records here for 24 days. He said, I could never do it. I think you can do it. You know, let's do the 24 days. And then they have 10 that meet already to 30 days, I think it was, you know, from 24 to 30 days, racing days. And it's like, I couldn't do it. We have it. We have 3 days to break the record. And I said to him, Angel, like, forget about it. Like, let's concentrate and get mounts, and I'll do whatever. It's just like, no, you got to think about this. I never do this. You got to do this for me. And we actually got it done. Obviously, the meet was 10 you know, 30 days, but we got it done before the 24th day. He was really happy. And then we ended up in Rider here. And then everything, that year was like everything went really, really well. But just by getting that done, the 24 days, he was more proud that I never got it done. You got to do it for me, you know. So he was definitely a very pushover about winning titles and breaking records and stuff like that. So he definitely pushed a lot, definitely.
What things, Johnny, do you think he saw in you as a young man, as a young rider just getting started? What characteristics did he see in you that made him want to spend that kind of time with you and teach you and see you get better?
You know, I don't know, because Angel had many people come before me, though, you know. I couldn't tell you what he saw or what was his interest, or I couldn't tell. I mean, I think I was probably very different, I would say, than anybody else. I was willing to work hard, willing to learn, and to do things, you know, and also doing, because at the beginning when I started riding, I as a bug, and even after, you know, second year riding, I was pretty aggressive, you know, and kind of the style that he was, though, and then how to change that, because people keep telling me, and even the stewards, like, it's only one Cordero, you know, come out of Puerto Rico, you know. So I got in trouble the first 2 years, so, you know. So then I had to start learning my own ways of doing things, and to produce and not being suspended and not being called by the stewards, you know, all that stuff. So I had to kind of, you know, learn my own way of riding and styling, riding, and the way I looked at races and everything. So I don't know. He knew that I was hungry for more into learning, I guess. I mean, I think it was more about me learning, practicing, put it in place. And to tell you the truth, I don't know why he stayed with me for so long, and even to today. I mean, I was with him this morning. We always talk and we always think, so we talk about things all the time. And it's great. To tell you the truth, I don't know. And I was the one who was willing to put the time and effort and didn't go crazy by winning races and didn't go crazy by, not doing so much. We're not winning. So I kind of stay basically in one lane. A lot of kids coming from Puerto Rico and people they helped, win a lot of races, and all of a sudden they go crazy and do stupid things and disappear. So I guess I had a good head on my shoulders the way I wanted to do things and think that I wanted to do a good career out of horse racing. I chose to be doing this, and that was my job, and I was going to be very disciplined to do what I wanted to do. And, and being told, everybody told me that I was going to be told, even him, so I got to watch you wear, you make sure you do the right thing, don't be eating junk food. So all that stuff I had learned, everything about the weight, and people telling me you will not last long because you're too tall, you'll be too heavy. And all those things came, in my head that I had to be very disciplined to anything that I do. And I think all that came together, and he showed that I was trying really hard to do what was best for us,
So many young riders
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so many young riders, Johnny, would idolize Angel Cordero Jr. when he was in his prime and even as he was getting toward the end of his career. And I'm sure there are so many young riders coming up today that will look at you and what you've accomplished and say, man, if I could be half as good as John Velazquez, I'd have one hell of a career. Do you find yourself in the position now that Angel was in with you, where you are paying it forward and helping some of the young riders in the game?
Oh, yeah, no, we help every time, though, and Angel's been like that since day one. And I do the same thing, though, I will try to, to guide him the best way you can. And it helps us, too, when you ride him with riders like that, right? So the best you help those young guys coming up, that the safety is for you to ride. So you want to help what you learn when you're coming up, and hopefully they can do the same thing. So he's always helping others. It really pays back to you no matter what, though. So it's really nice to see it. A lot of kids coming up after me, and a lot of them did really good at the beginning and then disappear, and then until lately, last 10 years, 12 years now with the Ortiz coming around, Eric. Money, and a lot of them came, not just to New York, but they're in Maryland, Jersey, and Florida, and it's like a lot of them came and they actually done really, really well. So we were very proud of that because, we come from a good school. They teach really well. They just have the mentality and the discipline to stay, on, and the good path. Let's put it that way.